everybody, this is Pun, and I have a new camera to review today. This is going to be an unboxing. It's not really a review. Listen, I have a new camera that I'm going to do an unboxing and give a first impressions of at least the outer appearance of it, and we'll just kind of look at the different specs of it, and we'll see how it works. Now, I want to thank NearStream for sending me their 1080p wireless camera. Now, this is supposed to be wireless free, live streaming off of your phone, but I think you can use this for a bunch of different applications. I think that you'll be able to use this in, say, church production, for instance, and that's kind of what I want to try to do this. And it's a very interesting camera. You're going, well, it's only a 1080p camera. Yeah, that's true, but there's something that this does that not a lot of cameras do. Number one, it is wireless. You do not need any USB with this. It has a built-in battery that'll hook up to your network, and you should be able to run this through your wireless app, through OBS, whatever. But what is special about this? And you know me, I don't like looking at cameras unless there's something special about it. And this one is no different. This one has a 10x optical zoom. Yes, sir. And this camera with Wi-Fi means that you can use this in a variety of situations, and you should get nice quality imaging from this, whether you're zoomed in all the way or zoomed out all the way. We'll check that out because that's something I want to use because I think this would be a great camera at our church. So let's go ahead now. We'll get into the unboxing. All right, so let's switch over to the cameras here. And we have this nice sturdy box. This is a really nice box. I'm not going to lie. Really nice packaging, first impressions. Now, I have not opened this up yet, so you're getting it firsthand, just like me. But on the outside, the box is new. Now, it comes with this little sleeve. I don't know what to think about the sleeves. Sometimes they're really hard to get off. This one's not too bad, but I've had a few that were just difficult. They've even had some sort of adhesive on them that really made them hard to get off. NearStream, good job at not doing that and allowing this to come off. But it does give you a nice look of the box itself. Now, here is the box. Again, this is well-built box, nice and sturdy, good for packaging, good for shipping. And the lid comes right off of this thing, it looks like. All right, look at that. We have some styrofoam protective covering here. Oh, there we go. We got a quick start guide. Looks like it's got a QR code that you can download the app right there. So there you go there. That's pretty nice. Quick start guide. Gives you a little bit of info on how to connect to the app, how to set up Wi-Fi. It's got AP mode also that you can use here. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. Then we got the user manual. Nice and sturdy. Let's open this up. And okay, so it's not a book. It's a fold out. Looks like it comes in a variety of language: English, Dutch, French, Italian, and Spanish. Or I'm sorry, German, French, Italian, and Spanish. My bad. Oh, and we got it on the back too. Japanese, Korean, PT, help me out there. I don't know what PT is. Russian, Chinese. PT may be Portuguese, it looks like. So from our Brazilian brethren and sisters down, they have their own. But English is pretty simple. You got the VM33 camera. You got a USB cable. You got the user manual. Looks like USB cable has a type A that is attached via dongle. So you can either convert it from a type C to a type A and vice versa. The camera itself has a little diagram that shows you all the different parts of it there, including the 1/4 inch thread on the bottom for 1/4 inch 20s or tripods, that sort of thing. It's nice. So let's read the product specs real quick. Okay, so this is nice. Bluetooth 5.2. That's really nice. Wi-Fi is wireless AC up to 433 megabits per second. And frequency range is basically 2.4 gigahertz and supports both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Focusing mode, you have a 10x optical zoom and a 2x digital zoom. So if you're at 10x and then you use the 2x digital, that's 20x. So there you go. We'll test the quality of that. Aperture is f1.85 at 1x, and then at 20x, it's 2.63. Max resolution, it says here, is 1440p at 30 frames or 1920p 60. That's not, or 1920 by 1080p 60. Supports H.264, MJPEG, YUV2, USB, H.264 or H.265 over the network. It has a built-in microphone with a sensitivity of minus 38 dB volts per Pascal at 94 decibels, PL at 1 kilohertz. Okay. It's got an 8 microphone array. So I guess it's got, a bunch of different sensors across the top. Again, it's USB-C 2.0, 5 volt battery, 2 amp 5 volt input. The battery spec is actually 3.7 volts at 6,400 milliamp hours. Charging time of 4 hours, working time up to 8 hours, and it weighs 660 grams. So there you go. So what we'll do is we will test this thing out and we'll see. But I imagine I'll probably have to get a charge on it first. Hopefully it has a little bit of a charge on it. You get a nice warranty card here. Very nice NearStream. Very good. Got a little QR code to make it easy for you to register. Pretty dope. Or you can do it by mail if you so choose. Here is the USB cable. Again, I was telling you before, it's got a dongle on it, so you can make it USB A, or you can pull it off and have C. So that's pretty cool. Nice. I like that a lot. Pretty dope. That's a good idea, NearStream. So nice little cable. And then you got the camera itself, and whoa, this is a chunky monkey. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's got a 10x optical zoom, so it needs some size to it. But my goodness, I did not expect it to be this big. Wow. It feels weighty. Wow, look at that. Goodness. Girl's thick. That's nice, actually. Wow, that's a pretty impressive looking camera. That is pretty impressive. Wow. So you got the 1/4 inch 20 thread there on the bottom. You have what looks like a tally light on the front. I guess this is the microphone array across the top. Ooh, it's got some nice little texture. Man, this is a good looking camera. It really is a good looking camera. You got, let's see, your battery indicator across the back. It looks like it's got 4 LEDs. You got a 3mm or 2.5mm input for a microphone. So if you have a shotgun mic or I guess if you wanted to input this to a mixer or something like that, you could do that. You do have a reset button. Looks like it's operated by like a little pin or something right there. And this is a pretty cool thing. You got USB-C output, and it looks like you might be able to record straight SD card. You got an SD card slot right here. So that's pretty nice. Pretty dope. And you got a big old power button. Wow, that's impressive. And I'm going to tell you, now, this thing has some girth to it. I mean, it weighs, I bet it weighs every bit as much as my freaking, not this mic, but every bit as much as my pod mic. I mean, this thing is weighty, man. I like this. This is a sharp looking camera. It's big. I mean, this is not a webcam by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm actually looking forward to trying this. Very sharp, man. Look at that. It's got a great finish on it. Really sharp. Nice big old lens. Look at the glass on that thing. I mean, you can see it. Look at that. Leave old tail air show. Yeah, look, tail air breaks it down. Look at that. You can see all inside it. Look at that. Wow, that's impressive. Cool. So you can get a good look at the front, including the serial number. So you can see the array. There'll be 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. This has got this texture finish on there. That's really nice. Really cool. Yeah. Wow. First impressions, at least out of the box, is pretty dope. Turn it on just to see. Okay, yeah, it's got a full battery charge on it. So there you go. That's what it looks like lit up. Is a full battery charge. I guess you hold it down a few seconds. Turn it on. Yep, and it gives you a beep. And then you see the light cycling through there. Pretty cool. And then it looks like it's on. And you got the light that's lit up to the front. All right. So what I'll do now is I'll get this thing set up. I'll download the app, and then I'll give them first impressions on what I think it looks like, if we can get this thing hooked up. All right, so this is out of the box. I have it connected via USB. I have the NearStream VM33 connected via USB. This is how you would probably use it in OBS. I have not figured out a way to connect it wirelessly to OBS. So what you would probably have to do is for this to work Wi-Fi, you would need to use the app, obviously, and live stream from there. All right, so this is out of the box. This is the VM33 compared to my Sony a6300. Obviously, you can tell there is a difference. This is out of the box settings. I have not played with anything really. Autofocus is on, auto exposure, auto white balance. The only thing HDR was on. Let me turn that off. All right, so here's HDR. You can see really, really exposed. So I'll turn that back on. One thing I've noticed is that the sharpness is a little low. Autofocus is out. Hey, Future Pun here. I wanted to break into the video because this is something you need to know. And I didn't know this at the time of the recording of the unboxing and first impressions. When I'm talking about this focal problem, lack of sharpness, that was because the camera was too close to me. Now, you can see here now the camera is, I would say, standing here at least 4 feet, probably closer to 5 feet away. And you can see that it looks great. Autofocus is good, right? But once you start getting real close, you can start to see it starts to lose a little bit of its sharpness, right? So that's kind of the part of the problem with the camera. And it's not the camera's fault, but you just need to know as a user what the minimum distance that you need to have the camera from for the autofocus to work right. Now once it's in the proper distance, it works great. Even the zoom, up zoom, once you get it in close, you can get nice, crisp, sharp images and recording. So just keep that in mind. All right. So that looks to be about. So here we'll see if I can manually adjust it here. As good as it gets in terms of focus. It's right there. So obviously the sharpness is not to the level of detail. That's autofocus there. This is manual. So pretty close in detail as what you would think. It's not as close. You can obviously tell there's the sharpness of the Sony is a lot better compared to this. So let's tell you what, let's look at the tail air. See if I can get tail air up here. So this is the NearStream camera in full shot here. Now I'm sending 1080p. Let's see if I can. I did see some adjustments where I can change this. So this is 4K input. It allows you, I guess, to change the stream bit rate of this over Wi-Fi. So makes you send a higher bit rate, which is nice. The device settings. Let's see. Password NDI. Oh, this has NDI. Holy smokes. I did not know that. That is dope. Let's try this out through NDI mode and see what this looks like. Just it takes a second for it to reset. I did not know it had NDI. That's a game changer. That's pretty cool. Let's see if NDI is seeing this thing then. Yeah, look at that. It's over NDI. It's freaking cool. So this is NDI, everybody. Hello, over Wi-Fi. Let's go. That's pretty impressive. That's a good looking NDI picture. Obviously, again, let's bring in two cams here. Let me adjust this real quick. So again, this is NDI Wi-Fi. That's pretty sick. Pretty sick stuff. Now it looks like you don't have a lot of controls. I'm assuming with NDI, you should be able to have some sort of PTZ control with this. Disable the audio here. Okay, so, well, this is what we got. So right now, on the left, VM33 over NDI. Obviously, you can see some of the stuff going on. But this is NDI. It's a 1440p signal. Right here is my Sony a6300. This is considering what's going on. Wi-Fi 1440p signal. That's not a bad look. Considering. Looking at the comparison between the Sony camera and the VM33, the Sony VM33, obviously my skin tone is, I'm looking at the two. I'm trying to figure out which one is actually closer. I would say my Sony is probably a little closer. There's some things that you might be able to do to maybe add color correction, maybe see what we can get, see if we can affect it any. I think the gamma is okay. Maybe, yeah. Maybe a little bit of saturation, a bump in saturation might help a little bit. I'm mainly looking at the shirt color. Oh, look at that. Wow. It's a little bit of a saturation bump, and it nearly matches the Sony now. It's pretty impressive. That is a little bit of a filter, the color correction filter built into OBS to get that to match up. So you got NDI here on the left. You have the Sony right there. And I mean, that's not bad. Considering this is Wi-Fi. That is HDMI 4K input. This is 1080 or 1440p over Wi-Fi. And again, with the studio, NDI studio monitor, you can control the zoom over NDI. Now, but again, like I said, you can do it inside a studio monitor and control that. But that is not bad. That is not bad at all. That's a pretty good look for a camera that is 1080p Wi-Fi compared to a, this is a $300, I think $50 range camera compared to when I bought this camera, $1,000, you probably still get this around, $600-700 new. Used, you might be able to get for $400 or $500 with the setup that I have. You'll be lucky to get it for $500 because it's got, it's got a kit lens plus my 24 millimeter. This is currently the kit lens I'm using, and it's set to 16 millimeters right now. But comparatively speaking, that is not a bad look. That is not bad at all. That is actually pretty freaking impressive. I mean, I'm basically putting it up against something that's 2 to 3 times more in cost. And considering what it is, obviously the quality is not the same, right? You got to take that in consideration. This is obviously just, a better looking camera, but it's also 3 times the price, brand new out of the box. And this is going over Wi-Fi, NDI. That's NDI doing that. Okay, that's NDI. Don't blame the camera on that. That's just an NDI. It's network congestion. I mean, it's just the way it is. You can adjust NDI settings to get it to optimize for your network. I just literally full sent, bit rate and everything just to check it out. But I mean, you're even getting some freaking depth of field. Look at that back there. It's all freaking blurred out. I mean, that freaking impressive. It looks really good. Considering. Now this is over USB here. So USB and NDI is working at the same time, by the way. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's play a game. Let's play a game of coffee cup. Speaking of coffee. Okay, so let's play. See if I can get this thing centered. I'm going to try to zoom in on that coffee cup. Just curious to see how well it'll do. And obviously I'm going to have to adjust it to get it on the coffee cup. Wow. So that is at 13x. This would be 10x. And it's having a hard time because of the chair. But there you go. And for reference, if you're wondering how far away that is, it's kind of hard to see. You can't really see it. The chair's blocking it from that angle, but you're talking, that's a good 12 feet. That's a good 12 feet right there. And that's at 10x on that cup. See if we can bring it in even further. Now, you remember, you're zooming in digital once you get past 10x. So Should zoom in on it now, I would think. This is autofocus. So we'll not tightening in on the manual zoom here. This is see the detail. That's not bad. That's 12x. I don't know. This thing goes up to 40x. Oh yeah, you're definitely digital at this point. You can see the noise in it. I'm trying, people. That's 40x. This would be at like 27. Yeah, you could definitely see the digital noise in there. That's definitely a digital zoom. 20x. All right, so now we're getting into the more usable zooms. 15x. Back to 10, so now we're back in the optical range. And autofocus is, you know, seeking, obviously. .5x. You can see my hat in there. So you're getting depth of field. That is freaking cool. And back to 1x. So we'll zoom in to 10x here and check it out. See if it catches it. Not bad. Not bad. Zoom out. 1x. I like the fact that it's not super quick. I like that it does it gradually. That's pretty freaking impressive. All right, so that is the video. I appreciate everybody sticking around. Again, NearStream, thank you for sending me this camera. I will have 2 other videos minimum with this camera that I will be doing. I'll be doing a comparison with the OBSBot tail layer, and I also will be doing a full review of this camera. But if you are interested, you need to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. You'll know when these videos go live. Everybody, I do appreciate you taking this time to watch. And if you're still sticking around, you're one of the faithful few that loves this channel and loves the community that we build together. And I appreciate it. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.